simple answer, and I want you to provide references to show that this is wrong. I said I'm sorry, the semen, it goes through the vas deferens and then out and then ejaculated out the penis. Vas deferens is right between the backbone and the ribs. Why is that wrong? And provide references.
No, you make the claim that the vas deferens is between the rib cage and the backbone. I didn't make any positive claim. You have to show that is the case. That is not the case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm sorry, and one of the biggest mistakes I made in this debate, I forgot to go to the Sheikh GPT. Very important to go to Sheikh GPT and DeepSeek and present the logic over there, which destroys the religion of Christianity, Hinduism, and all these things. So you're right. I forgot to actually do that in my debate. I'll have to do that. In fact, I just did. So I'll go back and present to you again my question. Where is, I want evidence right now showing me that it is not between the backbone and the ribs. Do you have any evidence to support that?
Nadir, if I made a claim, then it's my prerogative to show the evidence for that. You
Okay,
are taking the
so can
positive
you,
side that because
yeah.
if you want to talk on your time, you go ahead, and I have to keep on
Okay,
going.
so you have actually no evidence stating that it is not between the backbone and the ribs. So you want me rather, I guess what you're saying is you want me to prove it is so. Is that what you're saying? Am
Yes,
I understanding you correctly?
yes.
Okay, good. So by understanding what the word between means, okay, maybe I could give you a definition of what the word between means. In fact, what I'd like to do, I'm going to share my screen and let's get to the way the Prophet of Islam basically understood the word between. So let me go there for you. The Prophet ﷺ said, whoever can guarantee the chastity of what is between the jawbones and what is between his legs, which is referring, of course, to you know what. So here, now, of course, the genitalia is not exactly right in between the legs, but it's relational. It's relational. So now, apply this. I'm going to ask you to take this hadith and how the Prophet explained how he used the word between, and I want you to now apply that with the Quran and tell me if you see any error. Go ahead.
No, this is hilarious. Your burden of proof is to show me that the vas deferens is between the rib cage and the spine. You telling me that the loins are between the legs or something is between the jawbone or anything? No, the
I,
loins are between
I'm
the
sorry, I don't
legs.
understand what you're
I don't
saying. I
understand
don't
what you're
understand.
talking about.
I do not
Yeah,
understand
yeah,
what you're
I
talking
know.
about.
I know. I could break it down for you. So I can ask you a question, but
Okay.
it is the case that the loins are between the legs. Yes.
As far as the penis is concerned, it's relational. It's a relational type of between. Yeah, yeah. He's using it kind of
No, does the penis not count?
relationally. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you have a micro penis, but usually penises are directly between your legs.
No, it's not. Go pull down your pants and take a look.
Where your penis is,
All
okay.
right. Okay. Obviously, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, let me give you another example
I
in
am the
English.
sole possessor
The
of a penis. I swear to
Okay,
God.
I will give you another example. The deer which is caught between the headlights. This is a very popular American saying, deer caught between the headlights. In light of this phrase, I want you now to go to the Quran, the verse in question, and show me where is the error.
You can't shift the burden of proof onto me because you think the vast difference is between the rib cage and the spine. That's not my
Okay,
burden to prove.
so
You have to
okay, I
demonstrate
have
that the vast
proved it.
difference is between the rib
This
cage
is
and the
my
spine.
proof, which
No,
I'm
you
giving
haven't.
you. The deer which is crossed between, I'm sorry, which is caught between the headlights. Okay, that is my proof. I'm showing you. See, the deer, he could be 50 yards away from the actual headlights of the car. So it's kind of relational. The between is used here in a relational manner, not only just to the hadith, referring to, of course, your genitals, but also in English language. So that's perfectly fine. So if you understand the way between is used, in these examples, then go back to the Quran, it makes perfect sense. Now, in what I have explained to you, show me the error.
So you're saying that's it's figurative language when it says between the rib cage and the spine?
Relative, not figurative, relative.
Explain relative, please.
Okay. No, I cannot teach you these things here, okay? You need to know these things before you come up and try challenging me. So now I'm going to move on
I'm
to the
asking
next
a
question.
clarifying
I
question.
have also, okay, this is my time to answer questions. The next question I have for you is I've pointed out that Islam is the only religion which opens itself to scientific inquiry like we're doing today. Is that a true or false statement?
That's off topic.
No, that is on topic because we are questioning the Quran about whether it contains scientific errors or not. And I'm telling you, there is no other religion which does this. So that's very related. Now, answer that a yes or no answer.
That's off topic.
Okay, so you see, the problem is you're running away. You're ashamed to be a Christian. So now that you know that other Christians will not debate scientific errors in their book, they run away. It's been the case for 30 years. Are you ashamed to be a Christian?
That's off topic.
This is not off topic. You should answer. The answer is because you are ashamed. So by debating backbone and ribs, whether semen comes from between the backbone and ribs, does this not demonstrate a high level of hit, honesty, integrity, and transparency for coming to
That's off topic.
this is on topic, okay? Problem is you are ashamed to be a Christian because your own religion. See, you could have come back and you could have said, I'm going to contact my Christian apologist and we will answer any scientific challenge which Islam or any religion can have or poses towards our book. But you obviously didn't, okay? And so this is a huge evidence in favor of Islam, which I'm trying to show you that Islam is the
And
only
Nadir,
religion which will
let's
allow for this debate. Is
Nadir,
that true
let's
or false?
there you go.
Is that
It's
true
off
or
topic.
false? That is
It's
on
off topic.
topic. The problem is you do not want to face the truth that Christians, especially here in the chat, you should all be ashamed of yourself for not allowing your religion to be questioned like Islam does.
And
So I think my questioning is, he's basically has no reference. The analogies which I gave, which was that,
Nadir, let's
a deer.
let's try to
Yeah.
let's try to keep asking questions. Let's not go on too long of a monologue
Okay.
here. Let's try to
Okay.
ask
So
questions.
let's go back. Let's go back to the vas deferens. Do you deny the fact that the vas deferens is between the backbone and the ribs? Meaning, if you sit on top of the vas deferens, you're like a little bug sitting on top of there. Okay, uh, and you're sitting on top of there. You're going to see on top of you is the ribs. Bottom of you is what? I'm sorry, off to the left. Off to the left of the backbone. Is this not between? Yes or no?
Nope.
Okay, how so?
What are you sitting on right now?
What? Okay,
I
now
can
I
ask
ask.
questions. My
Now
bad.
you talked about
Yeah,
Sheikh
that's my
GPT,
bad.
which
Sorry, sorry.
yeah.
So the problem is, right? If something is both below and in front of something, that doesn't mean it's in between something.
The
And
Quran
even
didn't say
if
it's
I can
both
see the
below and in
vas deferens
front.
is no, it doesn't. It says between.
Between, correct. It says between. Get your facts right,
That's not
okay?
below and in
So
front.
now I'm sorry I didn't bring up
No,
Chat GPT, Sheikh GPT. I need to do that because we got to start integrating with AI. So my arguments, which I have presented to you, was I basically copied and pasted. Please email me. I'll give you my whole content. Now Chat GPT states right here, and uh, the verse cannot be shown to contradict established anatomical fact because the fact merely because between and the backbone and ribs is interpreted by different critics. So basically, they're saying there's no way you could. Let's just go to DeepSeek. Also, did a better job of explaining it. My question to you is: do you disagree with this, and if so, why? It says the verse does not contradict established anatomy only if between is interpreted so broadly. So it's okay. There's no problem here, is what the AI is saying here. So let me ask you a question. Where My question is this: why should we listen to a clown like you when we do have AI, which can do a much better job in criticizing?
And
Go
then,
ahead.
dear, let's chill on the ad hominem attacks. We don't need to
Okay,
call people
okay.
out their name.
So answer this
But
question. Can you
yeah,
answer the
go ahead.
question?
Go ahead,
Yeah,
worst one.
I not here to argue against AI, and you put a lot of restrictions on that. And the critics being named is the Muslims that reinterpret between the
No, no,
way
that's
you.
not my question. My question is,
Okay,
why should
okay,
we
okay,
listen to you when we have AI, which is a fantastic job of criticizing the
okay,
scientific
guys,
errors?
guys. All right, so worst one, you can answer that question real quick, but that expires Nadir's time, and then it'd be worst one's
Yeah.
time. Go ahead, worst one.
Yeah, I also sent an email asking ChatGPT if Islam has scientific errors, and it said yes. So I don't see his case.
Yeah. Is that a
All right,
question
all
for
right,
me?
okay, okay. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. All right.
Is that a
Worst
question for
one.
me?
We haven't started his 10-minute timer. The deal we haven't started his 10
Okay.
minutes yet. But
All right.
worst one, you now have the floor for 10 minutes. So you cross X Nadir. Start your time.